Good morning, everybody. Once again, unbelievable. I'm just so glad that the Sahara dust storm hasn't made its way up north. It might a little bit later this week. We're not really sure how far those upper level swirls of dust are going to make it, but maybe up here. But for right now, blue skies. And I know I'm showing this to you, and it's getting to be a broken record. But it's a broken record I like. I had the wonderful opportunity last night to share with a call committee from a local church a time of being with their candidate to be their pastor. And I can't share any of the real details with you about that because it's not supposed to be done until it goes to the congregation. But we had a really great time together. And one of the things that a candidate for call has to do is give a little neutral site worship service and sermon for the call committee. So we were doing that. I was sitting upstairs and I was worshiping with the call committee, and this candidate, he's just an awesome individual. He shared the story of the feeding of the 5,000. Now we all know that story. It's in all the Gospels, and it's Jesus feeding this huge crowd that's been there with them for who knows how long, listening to him preach and just work wonders with the people. And he's figuring they're kind of hungry by now, so he tells his disciples, hey, go to town and get something to feed them. We don't got the money to do that. Well, I told you, you got to feed them. And, well, it just happened there was a little boy there, little boy who had his lunch packed by mom earlier in the day, thinking, well, it's going to be a long day. And, he had 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. You might think, don't think, big gigantic fish, probably just little chintzy things you can chew up in a few bites and down it goes, Jesus feeds the entire crowd with that. And there's food left over. It's an amazing story. And I've always liked that story, talking about how God supplies our every need. And, but our pastoral candidate brought out a point that I wasn't really thinking about. He looked at the story through the eyes of that little boy. Think of that little boy. Was he intimidated when they said, hey, give us your lunch? Hey, can we see what you got in there? What's in that bag? 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. I'm not sure we can do much with this. Let's give it to Jesus anyhow, see what he can do. He willingly gave over his lunch. There's nothing in the narrative that says he hesitated, he thought about it, that he cried because now he's not going to have anything to eat. He just gave his lunch. And look what happened. A miracle. Think about that. How you and I can participate in the miracles that God has in store for this world if we just willingly give of what we have. I never thought about it from that perspective, this perspective of that little boy, and how he just said, okay, here it is. And what about you and me? Will we do that? If there's a need, if there's something that needs done in this world, where people are hungry, people are in deep need, will we say, here I am, Lord, here's what I got, use it? That little boy did. And I think you and I can too. A big shout out to that candidate. Thanks for reminding me of that very, very important point, that you and I play a part in the miracles of God. Blessings be with you. And on this bright and glorious and beautiful day, Once again, remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. God's blessings.